Greetings, fellow cruisers. This is Jeff with Enjoy Life Traveling. Today I am going to play this game here, Hot Tamales. This is one that I absolutely look for on the cruise ship, and I'm going to let you see how it plays. This is on a lot of ships that I've seen. I'm not going to stand here and try to tell you which ones it is or is not on, but I know that watching people play slots is a thing, and this is definitely one of those that I would be looking for. So the pictures I was showing you at the beginning, if you looked at that the top line was the, I don't know if you want to call it the major or whatever, it was the big hit, but it was actually the lower number, which is the reason I picked that one over the other ones that were there, is that the other one has a better chance of hitting. And I've hit that one before as low as $200 and some odd, and I think I put that on an earlier video. So this is a game that I'm always looking for. The casino that I'm playing at, this is a land-based casino. They use the exact same point structure that Royal Caribbean does, and so that's why I thought this would be a good game to show you just exactly how it plays. So I started out with $100, plus I had about I want to say like $1.20 in there of some free play that the casino had given me. So that's where we're starting at here, is $100. And what I'm going to do is, I was actually here and did this on several machines, and I'm going to put this out over a few different series, because what I'm doing on this one is I'm actually just going to show you this one machine and how it plays, because I think seeing will do a lot more than to just say, hey, try this machine, so you can kind of see yourself where it's at. Now, this machine I do a little bit differently, because I bet the 1 cent, but this is one of the few times that I will bet the maximum bet on it. So it's $1.35. That's as high as I really care to go. But with those numbers that I was showing you at the top to hit those jackpots, those are done at the max bet only. You can't get that on betting something less. And on other machines, which we will get to, you can get those jackpots, whatever they're on, no matter what you're betting, or sometimes they'll vary. So I did want to show you this one, again, showing you, and I want to be very upfront about what I'm doing here. And that way you'll see all the points that I've gained, the time that I spend in the casino to get this, and obviously to look out for the machine and kind of know what to expect when you're playing the machine. So again, this is Hot Tamales. This, if you look it up, it is a low volatility machine. Once again, you're playing, and with max numbers being under $1,000, it's very easy to imagine how that gets there. And I like playing it. If you don't like the game you're playing, it's a little harder to do this on. But that's not what I wanted to do here. I wanted to play a game that I liked, that you could actually see what I was doing, how I was doing it, and just kind of judge for yourself, because I like the game. It gives a lot of nice little hits, and you can end up with some shots of 20, 30, 40, 50, even $90. And again, it isn't the big money, but if you're trying to get points, and that's what I'm talking about here, is trying to gain points, this is what you're looking for. This is a great game for that. So definitely keep it in mind. The other thing I want to bring to your attention is, even though I talk about cruising, this exact same thing will work and has worked on the land-based casinos. So if I want to go somewhere, I can just use the casino stuff that I've done, and then sometimes get comps for the rooms for a night, for the weekend, depending on the casino and what I've done. And to give you an example, last year, about this time, a year ago, I was in Iowa, and I played. My wife was at work. She had a convention thing, and I spent really a couple of days in their casino, one of the casinos there, and really just played one game. And it's Little Shop of Horrors. You've heard me talk about that. But it was doing great for me. And because of that time that I spent there, I just got an offer from them that gets me basically 2 nights, doesn't matter the day. I can use it in the current offer was for July. So not only are they going to give me the hotel room for the weekend, but they're also going to give me a comp dollar amount for food, and they're also going to give me $100 or $125 free play to enjoy there. So that's going to give me an opportunity, hopefully, to get some footage, because where I'm at, I guess it's kind of a silly rule here, but right now, I guess I'm getting away with it. I didn't know better, but this is so stable because it's on a tripod. Well, apparently tripods, I can record, but I'm not supposed to use a tripod. I'm supposed to hold the camera. They say it's for security. I have no clue what that means, but that's why. So in some of the later videos here, you may see a little bit shakier version of it, but this one you should be fine here. Other than I think at the very end, I kind of will knocked over the thing here. So I'm just doing the voiceover on this kind of play-by-play, so you can again see how it plays. So it's not as flashy as some of the other ones, but it hits. And to me, that's important. When I've got just so many dead spins, it's hard to stay engaged. Now, I'm playing this, and I think this video is, like 35 minutes long, something like that. And I'm probably not, when I'm on a machine, I don't just talk for, 35 minutes. I mean, if there's someone sitting next to me, yeah, there may be a conversation, but normally I'm just quiet and playing the game. So if you have some pauses in here, it's just because that's how I normally do it. And I don't have, a half an hour worth of things to tell you about the game, but I want you to see how it plays. And obviously it's important to the channel. If you can watch it to the end, it'd be greatly appreciated. Absolutely comment on the game if you've played it or if you've seen it. If we can actually get the word out there on some of the casinos that have it, other people that are wanting to follow along can know to look for it that way, because it's not always the first game up. It's not the flashier game, so many times it's kind of tucked to the side just a little bit. But again, it's a good game. So I hope you enjoy watching this, because again, this is a machine that it's kind of been sort of a go-to. If I didn't catch it and suddenly I see it, I'm like, oh gosh, I got to play that one. If those sevens go all the way across, on this particular one, actually, had I not been doing a video and trying to do a certain amount of time, or in this case, the time equaling a point value, I would have kept playing this game probably for several hours. But I was trying to move around and make multiple videos, and I didn't see that playing this one game for 4 or 5 hours was going to probably garner a whole lot of watching. So bear with me. But again, look for this. Comment below on some of the casinos on the cruise ships and which ones you've seen it on. And then also, I'd appreciate it if you'd like the video, obviously. But yeah, just all that kind of feedback would mean the world to me here. So why do I like the game? Again, I have played this game and I've hit that bottom line before for a couple $100. It's not a game that I typically lose on. When I say lose, I mean lose big. Even on the worst case scenario, I think I've lost $100 on the game before. Obviously, I bounce around, but this one here, I think you're going to see that, how it plays and how I'm able to continually do it. And the reason I want to play it for a long period of time is that you're going to see the dollar amounts get low, the credits get low, but again, it lets me play. So you can expect, if I'm putting this out here, that I'm going to be getting a hit here in a minute, and it's going to keep it up. And that's the same way this game plays pretty much every time I get on it, is I can play it, and if I've got $100, even if I'm getting down to where I said I'm at, $20, $30, something like that, I usually know that I'm going to get a bigger hit of 30, 50, 60, 90 dollars on this game. And my wife is actually sitting next to me on the right playing a different game, and I told her, I said, you probably should go one more over, because this game is there and it lets you play in. And she eventually does that, and she did much better. She had a $90 hit and such, so it brought her back, much like you're going to see that it's going to be doing for me here in just a little bit here, because multiple occasions you'll see that I get nice size little hits that you wouldn't necessarily expect to have. And nice size hits meaning, again, you're $20, 30, 50, 90. So if you're watching this game and you're wondering, how do I know it's really a low volatility game? Well, besides the things I'm going to be able to talk about here as to the visual, which is probably easiest, you can actually just Google it. Just put in the game, hot tamales. What's the volatility of the slot machine hot tamales? And then you'll get your answer just from there. You don't even have to a lot of times go to the website nowadays. The AI will search the web for all the different things that are out there and tell you that this machine is a low volatility machine. Visually, one of the things you're looking for is, if you notice, the jackpot again was what, $300 and some odd. That next tier down, the major, so to speak, was over $400. I've seen this one to where the top line will be, $500 or $600. I don't think I've ever seen it at $1,000. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm just saying that it normally hits well before that. And again, I've hit that next step down in the 200 range. So it doesn't take quite the effort to hit that. If you've got something that's just thousands and thousands of dollars, the machine has to take in enough money to cover that. So if it's a $10,000 jackpot, for that jackpot to have hit, it's going to be taking in more than $10,000 just on that one line to get there. So if you keep an eye out for that, I'm not saying to not play those games, that you can't play those games. That's definitely not what I'm trying to tell you. I'm just saying that if you're looking for low volatility, this is one to consider, and why. I will put out some other videos of some other volatility level machines besides this. I just thought, as soon as I saw this machine, I'm like, okay, this is the one I'm going to show you on, because it's the fallback. Even if I'm having a bad time on a ship, if this game is here, I can usually walk over to it and get to play for a while and rack up points. Again, if you're trying to break the bank and win a huge jackpot, this ain't the game. There you go. That's the hit I'm talking about. It's those kind of, and it's in the only time I'm going to hit something along those lines. And again, it wasn't the same way for my wife. The game will bring you back. I've hit similar lines like this frequently on this game. So again, it lets me play. I'll go up, and I don't remember where it stops here, if it's at $80, $90 or whatever. But this allows you to keep playing, and then you bring it down. It brings you up. At other points, I may be up over 100 and then come back down. But again, I'm playing for points. I'm not trying to get rich or make a house payment, from hitting some jackpot. In a lot of cases, if you're trying to make a house payment, you end up losing 2 house payments before you ever, hit something, if not more. So again, when you're looking for machines, you want that low volatility if you're looking to get free cruises. And I again want to re-emphasize is that a lot of times you go on a cruise, you have to stay at a hotel, and you go, well, gosh, that's an expense. Well, if it's at a hotel that has a casino, you may have comps for that. So the casino that I'm at here, this is Isle of Capri, and that is through Caesars. And so from Caesars, I can often get rooms to stay at, whether it be before a cruise or if I'm just visiting a city. And that allows me to really keep the costs down. And again, playing the lower volatility games will help me, again, keep playing. Now, I do play the games longer than most people. I get that. But I want you to be able to know, and the reason I'm bouncing around, although you won't see this video bouncing, but I'm going to be putting out other videos, is that I know most people do bounce around. And that way you can kind of see it play and know, again, that I'm not full of it, that this game does actually play this way. I feel like I could pick this game at any time and kind of have a pretty good idea as to what I'm going to get. And it's what you see right here. So this is your, again, classic 3-reel type game with obviously a Mexican theme, and it's based on the Mexican dish, hot tamales. This is a 3x3 reel slot with 25 possible line hits. Now, what you're looking for, as you probably noticed on that hit I had earlier, is you're looking for basically a blackout screen. So you saw those 7s there a moment ago. You want the same color going all the way across, and you want it to fill basically the entire side. Now, anything short of that, like you're seeing there to the left now, even if those went all the way across, it wouldn't be quite the payout or the max payout like I was showing you as far as those jackpots there. The RTP is between 93.84 and 94.83 depending on the source. So it is a game that does pretty well. This casino actually lists on their wall of an overall return of at least the last quarter that they went through was 89 point some odd percent. Now that's obviously taking all the games into account. It isn't that all the games are set the same way. And again, as I've been talking about, this game does pretty well. And you can see there's another really good line hit. and it's the kind of thing that's going to keep me going here. If that had been up one more notch, that one that was just pointing to up in the left, that would have been the big money there. And I say big money, they've been $400 because that wasn't the full red is the top line, normally the best one, but it's been hit recently, whereas the other one hasn't been. So that's where that comes from. Now, note that this is the original version of the machine. There is a Hot Tamales jackpot game that is also out there. I have not played that. I don't recommend it, and I'm not saying for any other reason than I'm not familiar with it enough to be recommending that game. This one is the specific one that I am looking for, and again, this is the one that I'm going to be playing. So I may try it at some point, but again, recommendations-wise, this is it. This game is made by IGT. So they make a lot of different variations of games, and there is another version of this that it's generally known to have the same setup as what this one is, kind of the clone version, and that's called Gold Bar 7. Now, again, I have not played that game, but again, it's an IGT game that was basically, from what I understand, using the same machine working, is just kind of changing the symbols around there. So that would be one that I would tell you to probably go ahead and look out for and give it a try. Again, you don't want to play crazy high on it. I would tell you to do what I'm doing here, because you can bet more depending on the machine. Like this one I'm playing at 1 cent, but you could play it at 2, and again, there's other options out there. So the 1 cent, but again, I do this one on the max bet because I'm after those jackpots, and you do not hit those numbers unless you bet max. So I'm only doing that because the max on this is $1.35, and that's kind of within my dollar-ish range that I try to keep it to. And again, since I have played it, I'll go back because I know I can count on the consistent play. Really, every time I play it, it's rare for me not to have at least a solid session on there. So here's some of the stats on it. I kind of tried to put it to the side here so you can still see what's going on in the reels as much as possible, but actually see, like if you looked up online, that's what you're going to see. And again, it plays like that. So these are things that if you're not sure, I would tell you to really any casino, whether it be land-based or on a ship, is that if they, let me go back on that. On the ship, there's a lot of different things out there as far as a casino tour goes, and you can kind of see what plays. Depending on the land base, you're not going to really see a casino tour so much, but they oftentimes will have a listing of the games they got, or you can search. So if you know that you're going to a casino at a certain place, some of those casinos will have a search bar in their website that you can type in the game that you're looking for and see if they've got it or not. And there's even chances sometimes to request a game if you've heard of something you liked. And some casinos, if they get enough interest in it from other people, then they'll bring the game in and see how it does. So just to switch subjects real quick, I'm doing this, and obviously it's a voiceover version. A lot of times when someone is playing the slots, you're hearing their voices as they're playing it. I know a lot of times that when I watch those, it's kind of, sometimes I feel like it's a little bit of fluff or doesn't always make sense. It's like you're just trying to fill the time, which they are. And I just thought I would try it this way and have a little bit of commentary that was a little more during it, but overlapping and letting you watch the game. So I would like your feedback on that. Again, I've got, I think, 4 or 5 episodes I'll be doing in this similar fashion. But going forward, I want to know what the audience wants, because if I'm not giving you something that's interesting to you, then there's really no point in me doing this, because I enjoy playing it. I may go to the casino here locally, but like this here was a specific trip so I could get some content, because I always get those questions of what games to play, and they got this one or they don't got that one. And I think some of the feedback is just, does it really? What's it feel like? Because I played it and I was on it for 5 minutes and I gave up. Well, that's why I want you to see the actual full play of it, so you can see that there's maybe stretches in here that I'm not hitting. Well, you saw me at one point get down to where I was in, 20 or 30 some odd dollars, and then got the bigger hit. But it's that kind of back and forth where it lets you play and play at the lower denomination and get there. But that's what I'm talking about. Because again, I'm not trying to get rich. I'm trying to get points. And that's what this video is for. So if you can give me some feedback on your thoughts, if you would rather kind of hear some commentary like during the thing, and I may do those as well, but at least at this stage, being the first one that's going to be released in this format, I would like your feedback on it. And some of that will be told by the people that I can see that stay where we're at now, about 20 minutes into it, and that are still here. So if you are here, thank you. I hope you continue watching, because there's some other ones coming out. Now, those that are coming out will vary. This one is, the penny slot, and I'm playing at $1.35. Some of the other ones I'll have coming up, some of them may have a higher or lower. Well, actually, I think this is probably the highest spinning one I did. I think everything else was lower, but like some of the minimum bets I played on, I think was like the lowest one was like 30 cents. So at 30 cents, you have to play the game longer to get to the point values that you want. And so I put this one, I'll put that one in here. It'll be a little later. You'll see it later as in a different video. But you'll get to see how it plays, what the game looks like, and just how fast I earn the different points based on what I'm betting. Because again, it's pretty dramatic. It takes much longer to get even lower points than what I'm going to be looking for on this video. So take a look for those videos coming up. I'm going to probably start doing a few different scheduling changes as far as how I put it out. So you may see some stuff that is on a different channel that's Enjoy Life Traveling, that'll have more of like just the destinations, whether it be the place or whether it be excursions on those destinations. And I'm probably going to do something, again, Enjoy Life Traveling, with more of the how-to. So you'll be able to see more of the how-to stuff. And that way, the people that are here for one thing and here for another, well, hopefully you're here for all of it, and you'll like and subscribe to all three channels. But if there is one specific that is, what you're looking for and the stuff that you're searching for, I'm hoping to have that there. And hopefully that will allow YouTube's algorithm to take my content and go, okay, well, people that are looking for, how to travel better can look here. People that are looking for how to, what these destinations are like can look there. If they're looking for casino stuff, they can look here. So expect those changes coming, but that'll be, I think, more videos, but it may be more spread out. So maybe one on one channel and two on another and one on another during any given week. It may be 3, 4, 5, or 6 videos that you can expect on different subjects, but on different channels as well. And again, I want your feedback. If you're talking to me, believe me, I am honestly listening to that. I try to get to all the questions as best I can, and I don't feel like I'm a big enough channel to where I can't get to everything, but I certainly will try. If I miss something, I apologize. So getting back to the game there, if you noticed, I was down in like I said, in the 30s, and then brought it back up, and then I was in 130, I think it was 120, 130, and now I'm back in in the 60s. The game will do that back and forth to you there. So I'm just telling you, expect to have, as you're watching this video, more hits similar to what you saw, and I'll come back. That's the kind of play that I'm talking about, because in some of the other videos, you'll see where the volatility is higher, you're going to see the stretches to where nothing's getting hit. The small stuff just isn't coming around. And if you're trying to earn points, it's great. I mean, it's great if you hit stuff, but sometimes it just doesn't hit. And I was really fortunate in some of the other ones you're going to see coming up there that it wasn't a game that's a high volatility game that I'm going to show you that I normally wouldn't play. I actually did okay with it. It was given back a little bit, but I'll let you watch that game so you can find out what it is, and hopefully stay to see that one. But back to this game. Watch the totals. I'm in the 50s again. I'm not even worried about it when I play this game, because I know that there'll be some back and forth, and I don't care anyway, man. I put 100 in here for the purpose of showing you this, so that's what it's for. I didn't come into this. It was a budgeted thing, as I've talked about, to where, all right, it's $100, and I knew that I was going to accomplish my goal on this game. By the way, I'm showing you there is that 7. If that had been the white 7, it would have been a much higher payout, because they'd have all been the white. But again, back to the budget. I came here with a budget of, I was trying to stay under $200, and I put $100 in. And what you're going to find out, even after all those episodes, is that, I had how many points I've got. Well, they're going to be cumulative. I'll show you each time as to where I was at, but you're going to really be able to see how it manifests and how the money actually works out. Because I didn't know what I was going to get, and I knew that I wanted to keep the stuff to where you could see it, sort of the transitions from one game to the next, because I feel like some content creators show you just the good. And so, yeah, it maybe gives false expectations. And so I just wanted to say, all right, well, here we are. I'm going to be here this time. This is how much time you can see on each episode that we're playing. And I mean, you're gonna know. So what I did here, I mean, other than I stopped for dinner for a little bit. I mean, I was there. I want to say I got there about probably 3 o'clock, and I was there until about 11 o'clock. Not everybody wants to stay in the casino that long. I did, and I got multiple episodes, but that shows you how long the money lasts if you're playing the right games. And so that's what you'll get to see here. So I do hope you appreciate that. So again, back on these line hits here, when you can get all the same color, you've seen it before where you've got the yellow sevens up there. If you get all yellow, what they call a blackout of all yellow there, that gets you at one spot. If you get the all blackout at red, that gets you the next level up. But again, as I mentioned, the next level up doesn't pay as good in this particular instance because the jackpot was hit. It'll go down, and I'm trying to remember what it started at last I played it. I want to say it was started at like 100, 150 maybe was the starting point of that next step down. That's what I'm talking about. Even with it coming down that low, and I hit it in the 200 range, I feel pretty good about how that works. And if I'm looking at the machines again, I'm looking at what hasn't been hit in a while. And on this one, it was that next step down, and it was way ahead of everybody else, of all the other machines. And I figure if I'm going to play it, I'm going to play the one that gives me the best chance, even though if it's not a great chance of ever hitting a jackpot. But, I'm going to play the one that's going to give me the best chance. And so that's why I picked this machine. I don't really even understand why, if you've got machines that you can see have been hit recently, that you even play those, because even though, yes, it's random, they could in theory hit the jackpots, back to back. When you look at the machines and that they're made for the payouts of whatever percentage, it's hard for a machine, unless either it's already collected way beyond what it has, that it does that, or it's about to, because again, the payback, the casino is going to make their money. So you can count on that the machine is going to function that way. So if it's going to be unusual that you get a major jackpot that's close together. So again, I will just naturally go to the game that has the best one that looks like it hasn't been hit in a long time, depending on which of those levels that I'm going for, that I want to hit, or at least want to have a chance to hit. Whenever you're playing these games, you don't want to play I'm going to play it until it hits. I get that feeling. I've even had that feeling, and it's usually a mistake. You've heard me say this before. There is no such thing as a machine that is due. There is just no such thing as a machine that gets hot. As far as the machine's concerned, because everything is randomized to its settings. So you can, and I say that it almost sounds like an oxymoron, randomized to its settings, but it's set for percentages of payback and what it's going to hit. So that's what I'm talking about there. If you can, another thing I would appreciate from you is let me know, because right now, since I'm doing this voiceover, I'm wanting to have the sounds of the machine. I want to have that live feeling of what's actually happening, but I don't want it to be too loud, and I can't tell from the software that I have, just trying to do this on my phone, as to what the volume is in comparison. So if I can get some feedback on you as far as the volume goes versus where I'm at, am I getting drowned out because I did that one other time, I know, and I kind of drowned myself out with the machine slot noise that was going on. So let me know where I'm at on that, because again, I've got some other ones I'm going to be putting out, and I hope to improve each time as I always do. So I believe the next video that's going to come out that shows the slot play is a game called Pure Magic. And there's Pure Magic, and there's also one that's called Pure Gold. And I've actually played the Pure Gold one much more often. But again, this is the same, like I'd said with the hot tamales, this is the same thing, except for on this one here, it's just, one is working on gold bars, and the other one's like it's very silvery looking, but it's based on kind of a magic theme. But really, in playing it, played very similar, very, very similar to its sister one, pure gold. So I hope you stay to watch that one, or at least wait. Shouldn't say stay to watch, it ain't even out yet. But if you will hopefully watch this, maybe put on those notifications so you know that when it comes on. That is one that is interesting because that one allows you to play at 30 cents at a time. And it's low volatility for the most part, regardless. And I say low volatility. Off the top of my head, I'm not looking at it, but I believe it falls in a low or low to medium, like a number 2 versus this being, say, a number 1 level. So you can kind of, again, see how that plays. That one I've seen max out and stay maxed for a long period of time before it hit. But you have to, again, like this machine here, you have to have the max bet to get it. And again, I'll play some other ones, but I want you to know that and think about it because it's a fun game to watch. You'll probably at one point see me play pure gold, but it wasn't on this trip. But there's some other ones coming out. You'll see. Matter of fact, I think the last one or second to last one that we did was the that Mo Mummy game that was like spooky something or another on it. Now they got the one with the ghost and the one with the original mummy on it. It is a high volatility game, but it's a fun game. And so I went ahead and decided, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, again, I want to kind of show that play. And it's a great one to see how it plays. So again, expect that. That one was probably a little farther out because it was one of the last ones that we played. But I hope you stay to see that one as well because I liked it. It was pretty good to me. Another one I had played was what's that thing called? Like Jin Dao Dragon, I think is what it was. So I think that one's coming out there. I think I played. Of course, Little Shop of Horrors. Yep, I got on that one, which is a medium volatility game, so you'll get a chance to see that one a little bit. I'm kind of wondering how that's going to work out from a copyright standpoint because of the music that's in there. But again, you can also get a chance to see that one and how that one played for me as well. So that one's probably, it's at least episode 3, if not 4. So if you haven't done so already, I'm going to ask you again if you would take the time to like the video. Again, YouTube, if they see that people are liking it, it pushes it to more people. And that's how they're able to get successful. So hopefully you enjoyed what I'm doing and how I'm doing it across all the different lines that I'm trying to put out. And will do me that favor because, again, it's more than just the watching. It's absolutely appreciated. But, man, if you're watching, for long periods of time and liking and sharing or commenting, honestly, it means the world to the channel because if they're not, then, again, YouTube just says, well, it's not good content. Why send it to more people? So hopefully other people will want to see this as well. And you're the people that make it happen. And again, you're very much appreciated. This video here, what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to show you at the end, but I am playing to 100 points, which is the 100-point value that you would get if you were on the ship, the Royal Caribbean Club Royale Casinos. So it's $5 equals 1 point, or in this one, 1 bonus point, and that's how that's figured. So I'm going to show you that at the end, so you can see that that's exactly what I got, and I started at 0, and so I'll be able to show you each episode kind of how that went. Again, I thought it was kind of interesting here. So I am approaching that number right now. I'm approaching the 900. Well, actually, I think it might be actually the spin that puts me over. To where it was like spin 100 point mark, and I hit that, and that's where I knocked over the thing. I remembered that as I was watching it. This is where I knock over the stand. But yeah, I'm trying to show you because I'm trying to tell my wife who's next to me that that hit and that I got the points, and I'm trying to pick up the camera and fix it. But yeah, here's your points. That shows you that you're at $1 or 100 points and $1.37. So it was like the one spin into that $1.35, not $1.37, that cost. So again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.